Oh, grab some water while I'm here. Yeah, it's not all tranquil and idyllic. Got the buzzing of the high voltage power lines, the gentle whooshing of the freeway nearby. But hey, other than all that, it was actually quiet to sleep here, so no one came around to disturb me, which is always a plus. And it's free. I'm just on the southern side of Gympie in one of the state forests. Had a bit of an interesting night last night. I came in the dark. It was probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock or so. And I have stayed in this spot the previous night, so I knew it was a little bit noisy from the freeway. Sort of go into the forest a little bit further. Started driving in, the track was getting a little bit on the hairy side. Went down into a bit of a low point and then started climbing back up the other side. And I could see quite heavy erosion humps on the trail, and there was no way I was going to make it over those. So yeah, I had to reverse out. Unfortunately, I tried to reverse up and couldn't get traction. I couldn't get out backwards, and the track was, I can't say it's not wide enough to turn around, because I did, but oh my goodness, it was about a 30-point turn. It was incredible. Yeah, I was a little bit worried that that might be my final resting place, but no, it's all good. Got out, managed to turn it around eventually. Don't think I actually damaged the van doing so either. Plan today is to head down to the coast. We've got Tin Can Bay and Rainbow Beach pretty close by, and I want to have a look at both of those. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to first, but anyway, the initial task for today is to go and wash the van. That's better. A few thousand more micro scratches in my paintwork. Next on the list of things to do, I'll go top up my water. Had 4 showers out of the tank now, so you know, might as well top it up and leave town with a full tank. Damn it, just pulled in front of me. That's so super annoying. Well, I reckon that water tanker was faster than me filling up, so fortunately not much of a wait. Did give me a little bit of time to run around the outside of the van with wet cloth and just get the bits that the car wash missed. I've just randomly set the sat-nav to the Dolphin Feeding area in Tin Can Bay. Of course, that only happens at 7 AM in the morning, so a bit late for that. Anyway, we'll just head in that direction and see what comes along. Look at that clean van. That's so good. Anyway, yes, there's a nice view out here too. Smells like the seaside. In a good way, actually. It's not a bad smell. It's that nice smell, not the rotting seaweed stench that you'll quite often get. So kind of looking out towards Rainbow Beach, like there's assorted islands in the middle there, and then those big hills over the other side. And then keep going, because it's actually quite a large peninsula on that side, which is interesting. If you want to head out to the ocean, I guess you go around this way. Well, I consumed my batch of meals that I cooked up the other day, so dumplings today. I was going to say dumplings for something different, but it's not really all that different. Not the best dumplings I've had. Not disgusting, but I don't think I'll be buying the Audi ones again. I was tempted to get the bike out, but I do want to go down to the sandbar here, and just low tide at the moment, have a bit of a walk out there. Gotta love soldier crabs. There are thousands of them. Like, I thought they were just lumps on the sand, but yeah, when you look across this sand flat, you just see these lumps and bumps everywhere. They're all soldier crabs. They're all running around like crazy. Well, now that I'm here, they're running like crazy. Go for a wander over to the other side of the peninsula. Just having a quick look on the map, and there's a Crab Creek Park way down the other end here, so it looks interesting. there was a big sign coming into town. Welcome to Tin Can Bay. No camping in public spaces. Here we go, Crab Creek. Interesting spot. Might need to get some drainage, I think. Really is just one of those sit back and relax type places. You know, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot to do. You know, if you're into fishing, excellent. Walking on the beach, yep. There is a nice path that runs all the way along the water there, like that, you know, that boardwalk's part of it that I walked along earlier. But other than that, it's just a slow-paced beachside town. It's a bit after 3 o'clock, starting to get a bit cold now, so I'm going to start considering wandering off to find somewhere to sleep. I'll enjoy looking at its clean state for the short time that it will remain. I may end up in a state forest tonight, back on a bloody dirt road, so it's going to be a mess by tomorrow morning. Anyway. Oh, bloody old pine cones all over the track here. Hey, that wouldn't be nice to get a pine cone laying on the van in the middle of the night. Where can I park in this long grass here? I think it's okay. There's a little bit of a ditch there, so I'd have to be pretty close to the track. Kind of don't think there's going to be too many people coming down here, other than those wanting to dispose of rubbish, which, yep. I think I'm going to have to just park right here, because any attempts to go in a little further off the track look a bit dodgy. It's there's actually tree stumps and holes and all sorts of stuff, and because the grass is so long, it's a little bit of a challenge to actually see what you're driving into, so this shall do it. Yep, that's how close I am to the road. Anyway, here's what it is, and it's free, so not complaining. Well, it's free for now. I probably should mention that I do know Queensland is not like New South Wales, where in New South Wales you're allowed to stay in state forests anywhere. Not so much in Queensland, so technically I'm not doing the right thing. But anyway, that's just a point of reference for those that are following my lead. Be careful. Up a little bit early this morning, so I pull out of the grass with all my parking sensors freaking out. Oh, look at that, the sunrise going straight down the aisleway of the forest here. Nice quiet night, fortunately, nobody came past. So there were some clowns belting up and down the road, but they were, you know, actually on the road, not coming into the forest. So I did not get disturbed, that's a plus. Apparently there's dolphin feeding on in Tin Can Bay in the mornings, so I'll go check it out. People are gathering already. I'll see if I can get a ticket. Apparently $20 to feed the dolphins and $15 just to watch. So we'll see if we can get in here to feed them, but yeah, you have to get in early to get a ticket for that one.
And the local fishermen said we need to look after him, so they started to feed him some of their catch. And he hung around for a little while to heal. So it's been more than 70 years these dolphins have been visiting, so it's a learned behaviour that they've learnt over time. See, he was attacked by a bull shark when he was younger. That was quite an open wound, but these dolphins do have amazing healing properties, so that wound healed on its own. He just has the battle scar now in his adult life to show for it. Bought in the sunglasses, Joe's bought in a rock, but Joe has actually bought in a pair of sunglasses since that time, because we thought we would never ever see the sunglass thing, but we certainly haven't seen the arms over the sunglasses.
Hello, how are you?
So you're feeding him today?
Okay. He's 8, so that's it. Hold the fish and place it under the water for him.
Thank you.
You've just fed a water stream. Have they got?
Came down onto the point here, just down from the boat ramp. Looked like a pleasant spot to sit for the rest of the morning. Managed to score myself absolute water frontage, which is quite pleasant. Just watching the tide roll in. Anyway, there are more exciting things to do. I'm going to head down to the local dump point and sort out my toilet. Alright, toilet's done and all that sort of business. What am I going to do now? I do want to go and have a look at Rainbow Beach as well. There's not a lot of options for two-wheel drive camping down there, unfortunately. There's pretty much only one campsite out at Inskip Point, and it's booked out tonight. I'll do another quick check to see if I can get a spot, but yeah, I can't stay there tonight, which means if I drive down there, I've got to drive back out and come and stay back up here again. I think it's probably the closest state forest. All right, I'm doing it. I'm driving around to not just Rainbow Beach, but I'm going to go right out to Inskip Point, which is like way out, 46 kilometres. Not too far to go, but I do need to then come back out, probably come back out about 30 k's to find somewhere to stop tonight, I think. So, well, that was Rainbow Beach, 13 kilometres now up to Inskip Point. So driving past some of the other campgrounds here. I don't know if you can see how sandy they are, but yeah, they're bog piles. It does say when you go to book them that four-wheel drive vehicles required, but oh my goodness. This is the Sarawak campground, which allegedly is the only one that two-wheel drives can get into. But yeah, it was booked out for tonight and tomorrow night, actually. I think it books out pretty quickly because Friday night was available when I looked a couple of days ago. So there we have it. And there's Fraser Island in the distance. Got one of the Fraser Island barges over there as well, just picking up a bunch of vehicles to head back over. Well, the water's clear. I wouldn't say it's warm, but it's clear. Well, that's enough of that spot. I don't really need to come and stay there for the night. Been there, done that now, so I'm going to head back down to Rainbow Beach and I can get lunch and have a bit of a look around there, and then that'll probably take up the rest of the day, I'd say. Caravan park directly across the road. Kind of thinking I'm going to buy some lunch because I've got an attacker that can't be stuffed. One big viewing platform. Ah, that guy's got the prime parking spot. The big yellow cliffs up there. I assume they're sand dunes. Everywhere's sand around here. I would like to get out onto that peninsula out there, but I believe it's a bit of a task. I think it's a four-wheel drive. I could get the bike out and ride around. Flathead and potato scallops. They actually gave me 3 scallops. Crikey, that's pretty generous. I'll just swap out the scallops for chips. Swap out the chips for scallops. Alright, let's go see if I can cause chaos down the beach in amongst all the four-wheel drives. Ah, come on! Really? No bikes? You've got to be kidding me, jerks. Next I'll get up to Lighthouse and there'll be a sign saying no drones. I'd like to say this is fun. Oh, there we go. Oh, what's that? And there we have it. Goal achieved. Wish me luck. It is windy. I may never see this thing again, but hey, let's give it a shot. more dangerous walking the bike down than it is riding it. Anyway. Well, I could stay here for a beachside sunset, but I think I'll prefer to get to a sleeping spot before it gets totally dark. It's basically a 25-minute drive to get back out to the area where I slept last night, and I won't go to exactly the same spot, but in that I'll be in that rough area. I reckon I might leave you guys here as I drive off, not so much into the sunset because it's behind me and I'm going this way, but anyway, I haven't done any video editing over the last couple of days, so I reckon tomorrow's just going to be sit in the van, edit video, and that's it, so won't be anything exciting happening. I'll catch up with you in a few more days. Not sure where I'm going, as usual, but I am tempted to go back to Gympie because, well, I need to do my laundry for one, and also I'm really keen to go for another ride at that mountain bike park. So anyway, we'll see what eventuates. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in a few more days. Bye.